Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about space exploration and specifically the Mars rover Opportunity. I like to think of Opportunity as the real life Wally, so that's why I've included a picture of Wally here. But first, I want to give you guys some basic background information on what space exploration is. Well, space exploration is the ongoing discovery and exploration of object phenomena in the outer space using scientific equipment. It can be done either remotely or directly. And for some examples, we have rovers, telescopes, or probes. Now, the difference between remote and direct is when the observing object or device is in direct contact with what is being measured or observed. For example, a thermometer is in the air that is measuring and is able to give you a measurement based off of that. Remote is when the observing object or device is not in direct contact with what is being measured or observed. So, for example, a telescope used by an astronomer, he is not actually looking at the stars or touching the stars, right? He's using a telescope to see them. Now, an example of a direct form of observation would be a lander or rover. A lander rover is a spacecraft that comes to land on the surface of a planet long enough for them to send back data to Earth. It serves to perform detailed work on the surface, exploring features closely and analyzing the chemical compositions. Now, to take a look at a close example, I chose the rover Opportunity. Rest in peace. The Mars rover was launched in July 7th of 2003 and landed July 25th of 2004. It lived on Mars for 14 years and sadly passed in 2018. It was able to live around 57 times longer than expected due to its solar charging and hibernation periods during storms. There was, in fact, two storms that it experienced that were pretty major. The first was one that it was able to recover from, and the second one was in 2018 when, unfortunately, the dust storm was too large and covered the solar panels, unallowing the rover to charge once again. Now, its purpose, along with the other rover, its twin rover, Spirit, was to explore the surface of Mars, searching specifically for signs of water activity. According to NASA's website, Opportunity did find the evidence that Mars may have been able to sustain microbial life. Now, that was because there was evidence in the chemical composition that there was water in the Mars's past. Now, looking at the numbers, we see the comparison between Spirit and Opportunity, the two rovers that were sent to Mars. Specifically looking at Opportunity was alive for 14 plus years. It was 14 years and 57 days. It was able to compile 217,594 raw images and was able to travel 28 miles and 32 degrees at the steepest slope. Now, the significant number here is 28 miles. Most rovers that are sent are not expected to last as long as Opportunity did. In fact, Spirit also outlasted longer than it was supposed to. But because of its, as mentioned before, its ability to solar charge and hibernate during dust storms, it was able to maintain the battery and the overall life of the rover. And this is not to say that the rover did this alone. Of course, it was the engineers behind the scenes that were doing insane work to keep this rover alive and to maintain its life for as long as possible. Now, we remember Opportunity's life today, and I chose Opportunity to remember him as the Wally he once was, and to honor his legacy and to bring light to the accomplishments he served. That's good enough for me. I'm not doing that thing again. It's so annoying.